Welcome back to an all-new episode of Detention with me, the host. Joining me on this episode is a guest we've had multiple times, but he still has to introduce himself because we're gonna be yelling here in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Introduce yourself, guest.
It's your boy. I don't remember what I called myself the last time. I'm not adding any
Twitter ad.
Exactly. I'm not adding any tags this time. It's just I changed my Twitter though.
You did. Why did you do that?
I'm a new man.
No, you're not.
You didn't know me when I made that. I'm a new man. Anyway,
I guess
it's now Only Zans. ONLYXANS.
A problem? No, it's not really a problem. It's problematic.
It's problematic until I actually make my OnlyFans, and then it's gonna be a problem because then I'm gonna have to use the same.
Oh, we can just use you as the e-girl when we do the feature podcast in September.
Hey, if I got enough money to be called an e-girl by then, from OnlyFans,
you just have to make the money. It doesn't have to be.
You gotta make the money.
You literally, it can be $1, and it's like, right, you're an e-girl.
You know what? I was actually thinking about it this morning, and I was like, I
just do it.
I could
do it. You won't.
I gotta find the right audience, but I could do it.
You don't even find the right audience. You just throw shit out there, and whoever comes.
Yeah, but
not in that way. The other way.
Well, maybe that way.
Nah, you don't know what I was talking. You don't know what I was talking about.
It doesn't matter.
I was using. Both. I was using
either, but they both work. Oh, that's not fun. Just asking one. This is a great opening, by the way.
Why the fuck is he Oh wait, is this the E3?
It's the E3 chat.
Everyone's like, why is he messaging me?
I still don't know why he put it in the E3 chat, but
we're talking about Doom Slayer this episode.
Yeah, Kimetsu no Yaiba.
You respond to him. He's your son right now.
Don't do that.
he's your son right now.
I don't have children.
Because my Father's Day gift is a free ride home. He wasn't gonna get me nut. Where's my green tea? He said he was gonna leave it here.
He ain't told me nothing about no green tea.
It was in the chat.
When? Oh, he never dropped that.
All right, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm gonna attempt to beat his ass. I don't know if he can fight or not. I have no idea. So Demon Slayer ended a while ago.
Yeah, a little while ago. So
a lot of shit happened.
Yeah, we had this planned.
Literally 5 weeks before the finale.
Yeah,
because we were like, all right, we gotta talk about this because shit's getting intense.
We're ready. It's gonna end soon. We're ready. It's gonna end soon. We're ready. And then it just
ended.
Yeah, they kept putting it off, and then it ended all in one chapter.
Which I disagree with severely.
Like it ending in one chapter, or the way it ended.
The way it ended. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Where you want to start? There's a lot to pick apart.
Yeah, so we can kind of like give a general idea of what the plot is, if we even know what it is.
We know what the plot is.
We know. I mean,
we know what happened.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, well, kinda. We know a very generalized plot.
What do you mean?
I don't think they knew the plot.
I think the one dude knew what he was doing. I 100% believe he was just like, I'm gonna make a story. I'm gonna go away.
I think he had.
I'm gonna make a fuck. Once he got popular, he's like, I'm gonna make a fuck ton of money. I'm gonna leave.
I think he had the start in mind, and I think he had the finish in mind. And I think he just, however he got there, he got there.
It's like eating a sandwich and like it just kind of falls out and you just got your pieces of bread and you're like, I still got it.
Yeah, he's like, I still got here. Can't waste it. All right, so Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. It got popular. I guess it was last year because I didn't.
When the anime showed up, whenever the anime No, because that's
it wasn't even immediately when the anime popped up. It was like a few episodes in.
It was once Tundra was like, if I breathe real good, water comes out of my sword. And I'm like, yeah, basically. Water does not come out of the sword. That's just so the audience can know what the fuck's going on. It's like, I hate people so much.
That's the thing, but also it is very, very ambiguous, especially if you only watch the anime.
I'm pretty sure it's just visual representation.
I'm pretty sure it is also. But I can understand why, especially because the fire isn't. The fire is real.
So me and my coworker got into an argument about episode 8, 9, whatever the fuck he's fighting Rui.
Yeah, also the good one.
Also, hella spoilers, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, before we even get to spoilers, basically it's a kid. His family. We're
gonna explain the plot. Oh no, I got this.
Okay, you got it.
So you got this real nice kid. He's got a sick dad. No, he had a sick dad. His dad died. he goes down to sell some charcoal because that's what his family does. His family's like, should probably wait. He's like, no, I gotta go now. Y'all need money. Cool. Goes down, comes back. Is like, it's actually nighttime. Where'd my day go?
That's crazy.
It's like, man, that's weird. A neighbor, air quotes, because that nigga lived far away from them. He's like, you should stay with me for the night. Which
he was specifically like, hey, bro, you gon' get got.
He's like,
you don't stay here.
Yeah, you should just stay with me for the night because demons and shit. He's like, I mean, I guess. Gets home, family's dead, and he's like, oh, that's not good. Sister's not dead. She's unconscious.
Well, I think she was dead, and then
I don't think she was dead.
Stopped being dead.
I don't think she came back. I think we'll get to that part later. Boy's like, I gotta save my sister. Sister's like, I'm a demon. Surprise!
whoa.
Surprise!
Yeah, that's what happens.
And then, okay, so I call him Tapioca. Because my coworker couldn't say his name, but I just call him Tapioca. We'll understand.
Wow, I hate that.
Just swapping the syllable.
Wow, I really hate that.
You should. So Giyu, right? His name's Giyu.
Yeah.
He shows up. He's like, I got to kill that demon. But that's my sister. I got to kill that demon. No emotion. Zero.
Yeah, I mean, it's a demon. It's a demon. Well, he's doing his job.
He has no emotion anyway until later. We'll talk about that later.
Well, it's not that he has no emotion. It's like he has one emotion.
Well, no. He has no emotion because he had to use them all. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Or do it over there.
It's too late.
Or just wait for me to stop talking.
Okay, you good.
I was going to say you want to...
There we go. And then... That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem.
Anyway.
Also, we're in an apartment.
Yeah, my neighbors.
I kind of want to murder his neighbors now a little bit, or just like cut off their feet.
Dude, let me tell you.
I'll talk about it later.
It doesn't stop them because they have this fucking relief. Now it's another time.
We'll talk about it later. So Giyu's like, I gotta kill that demon. There's back and forth. He tries to kill the demon, doesn't work. Tries to kill Tanjiro. Tanjiro, before going unconscious, tries to kill him, and he's like, man, if I hadn't looked up, that kid would have got me.
He's like, dang, I really almost died.
Oh well, and I'm like. How old are these kids?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not important. He's like, you should be a demon slayer. Tanjiro's like, what's that?
He's like, basically, if you don't want your sister to die, you're going to have to fight some people.
You gotta be a demon slayer. Tanjiro's like, I don't know what that is, but okay.
Right. He's like, that's the only way.
This is one of my favorite parts of the series. What was it? Look, the day after, Tanjiro's like, all right, going on that journey. Cool. Nighttime hits. We're not going to talk about the basket. Cool. Okay. Nighttime hits. Demons come out, and he's like, well, a single demon comes out because they're at a shrine. And it's like, okay, cool. How do I fight this? His sister was like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Like, this place new. Oh no, brother's being attacked. Kicks demon's head off. I'm like, pause. She's going to be a problem. She does not be she's never a problem, which makes me upset. She's never a problem.
Yeah, she's never like an issue.
It makes me upset.
She's constantly saving his ass though.
Okay, manga, yes. Anime, no.
Exactly, right, yeah. In the manga, she's constantly saving his ass.
From there, old man's like, you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. Let me teach you so you can be a little shit.
Yeah, so you can do a little sign. A little sign.
Training for 2 years. Final examination arc. Because it's an arc, which I hate so much. It's an episode.
Yeah.
Tanjiro's like, man, demons can't talk to people. Demon starts talking to him. It's like, hey, how do you turn demons back into humans? You smell like this person that tried to kill me 2 generations ago. How do you know? How do you remember that smell? How do you know? I can tell by the fox mask.
No. Because Tanjiro can also has this broken ass smell.
Listen, that's for plot. The demon going, you smell real familiar. Also, that fox mask. I know you, and I'm just like, I hate this. Did Tanjiro get the sword? And he's like, all right, I'm a demon slayer. What do I do now? Anyone? You gotta go to this village. Girls are being abducted. Good luck.
He literally like
They're just like, all right, go do your mission. Go do a mission.
I was thinking about it, and like after that first mission, it's literally just a constant, endless stream of Tanjiro getting his ass beat.
It's character development. If Tanjiro was a black kid, his dad's dead.
Yeah.
His tutor would be like, it builds character. Don't worry, kid.
That's it.
I hate this. I hate this a lot.
Yeah, he literally just like keeps getting like because after he it's weird because the first mission he completely stomps out the demon. Like it's
Nezuko
not even
helps.
a problem.
Nezuko helps
A little bit, but also
enough to keep him busy while he's getting dragged.
Exactly.
Also, they never explained this when he's dragged underwater ? Because he was like, I can kind of breathe.
And I'm pretty sure it was like just a different dimension.
Okay, but
they
like
showed it as underwater.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, especially because
I was like, he's gonna die, and then he does water breathing stuff, and I'm like, certain attacks can be more useful underwater, and I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. But this is real plot convenient.
Yeah, right. Well,
you can't tell me him being dragged to a water-like dimension and him going, I have one or two moves that can be used underwater better than on land. It's not convenient. Well, how many aquatic demons are there? We'll never know.
That's the thing. That demon, I don't even think really was aquatic. I think it's literally just Tanjiro was like, I gotta think of it as something.
Nick, you got 10 moves to pull from.
Well, I think he already had 9. He didn't get 10 yet.
He had 10. He could use dragon stuff. He could use dragon thing.
Was that the 10?
Mm-hmm. Because LOL is
11. All
and then 12 is never going to be a thing. Ever.
Well.
From then on, it's, hey, go fight this spider demon. Your sister can do explosions, which she'll never do ever again.
Whoa!
Ever again. Ever again. She gets the blood explosion once.
She has to do it again. No. There has to be one more time.
Mm-mm. She gets another power, ability. We'll call it an ability. And that's it. And then she gets her super broken thing later. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine.
There's no way she never uses it again.
I don't think she uses it again. Because it's the fight with Rui.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. You have a thing.
Yeah.
Nezuko literally just gets into a kicking match with the one girl in the brothel arc, which I really hope they animate. I really hope I get to.
They're gonna animate it because that's next, isn't it?
The train.
No, there's a train movie.
And then they've confirmed season 2, but not really. They're like, we're gonna do it at some point, and I'm like, what are you doing now?
Well, they absolutely are because everyone lost their mind over the first season, understandably so.
Now that I've read things.
That's the problem. It's not that you read things. If you hadn't read,
listen,
it'd still be amazing.
I feel like the show very much sets itself up to be like a Dragon Ball Z where, man, I got 12 enemies I gotta go kill. It's gonna take a while. No, it's not. No, it's not, kid. No, it's not. You got this. Don't worry about it. Because apparently I'm really dumb when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, and I'll admit that. Because I remember Goku fought Frieza, he fought Cell, he fought Boo, and that's it. That's Dragon Ball Z. Then you've got Dragon Ball, but that's
there's some like other things in it, but yeah, basically.
No, like Goku had 4 fights.
Yeah.
Well, like 8, but different forms.
Yeah, but the ones that matter, yeah. Well, he also his fight with Cell wasn't even really.
Yeah, it was his son fought.
Right.
His son fought that shit.
Whatever.
We'll get to that. We'll get Dragon Ball Z one day. Probably not.
No.
We'll get Dragon Ball Z one day. Just I won't be the one doing it.
Maybe.
I won't be the one doing it.
That's fair. Anyway, so basically we're just going to be talking about what the anime doesn't show you. So the next thing up, as we said, is the train arc. Yeah,
So the train arc's cool until you read it. It's like 30 chapters?
Yeah.
I read that shit in like 2 hours at work, and I'm like...
I'm pretty sure that's the longest, like, actual arc, and it's for the shortest amount of time.
The Infinity Fortress arc. The final battle.
Well, sure.
You don't count that. That's fair. You don't count that.
Yeah.
All right,
especially because it's not even a real arc. Anyway.
It's technically an arc. It just kind of listen, it starts off with the explosion. Well, an actual literal explosion, which is great.
With a boom? With a bang?
Yes. Like an actual little bang. It's fucking great. All right, let's talk about the train.
Yeah, so the train is the one thing that's going to seal Demon Slayer's fate as getting as many seasons as it wants because
I do think they could fully flesh it out. It could
they're
get,
absolutely
it could get two more seasons and be like, all right, we're done. We finished the show.
Oh, that's
which
exactly what
animes don't really do anymore. But all right, let's actually talk about it.
Yeah, so the train arc is from here on out is absolutely going to be nothing with spoilers. Get that
you know what this was.
Yeah, you know.
Or actually, I'll throw out the spoiler thing in the.
We already said it before, but absolutely do not go past this point if you don't want to be spoiled. Train arc is basically Tanjiro is trying to talk to the flame Hashira.
I don't remember his name. Rengoku.
So that he can learn why he has fire powers and what to do with them and what they mean. And Rengoku's like, I like you. You're spunky.
After he's like, I don't respect you or your sister because she's a demon. That is literally the last thing he said to Tanjiro. It's like, not that I don't like you, I don't respect you.
It was like,
I disagree with the master's choice.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, it's kind of weird. For him to immediately be like, yeah, you're not bad. I'm like,
it's because
what?
It's because it's a setup for one.
It is a setup,
it's
but
a setup.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either because we don't like it because we know what happens. Anyway, the thing is, he talks to Rengoku. Rengoku's like, oh, I'd love to help you. Let's fight this demon first. And
let's talk before we get to the manga. Let's talk about what they do in the trailer. He literally draws his sword, flicks it, put it back. I'm like, wait, no, time out, back, come back. There's gotta be a swoosh, not just chink chink. I'm like, all right, that's probably because it's a trailer, but like,
oh, absolutely.
Rengoku, you didn't even say fire breathing, whatever. You literally just drew your sword and put it back.
That's all he needs. To be fair,
we all know how strong he is.
That's low-key all he does in the first part of though.
I mean, it's his only part, but that's
okay. So the problem here we go to the problem with the train arc. For me at least, the train arc is the last good.
I wouldn't say good. I liked Rock
paced arc.
Okay.
Of Demon Slayer. It's the last one that feels. It's the last one that feels like a typical like manga arc.
I have to disagree with you only because I read it in literally 2 hours at work.
That's on you.
That is on me.
That's like,
but we had nothing to do at work. And I'm like, I'm gonna read this book.
That's fair. That's on you. I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
What do you mean?
That's terrible.
I sat down and just read.
That's so much pain in such a little amount of time.
Oh, that is not a lot of pain.
Well,
I watched slice of life anime. That ain't shit.
Comparably.
I was just like, oh, that's just one nigga who don't care. I don't give a fuck. Because we also didn't get that much time with them, to be honest.
You're right, we didn't. That's my one issue with the trainer is that
too short.
It was the introduction. Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
it's a 3-act story for one character,
right?
And I'm like, oh,
which is great. But the problem is we didn't see him at all before. To be fair, I think he was in the manga a little bit more than he was in the anime. But even still, we see so very little of him, and even in that arc, he doesn't really do anything because he's trapped in the dream.
Everyone is so...
Yeah, he's trapped in the dream, and
for Nezuko's like, wake up.
Yeah, she's like,
She's like, what's going on?
It's nap time?
Oh, also, we should probably mention, the main antagonist literally replaced an entire group of people, which I disagree with heavily.
I like the idea. I don't know. Okay, here's the grand problem with Demon Slayer. Is that it has all these cool concepts and it just does them. There's no ramp up. There's no setup. There's no support.
It's kind of like someone I know who was like, let's do a podcast. And I was like, all right, here's what we got to do. And you're like, nah. I'm like, what?
But it's happening, ain't it?
Kinda.
We're here, aren't we?
This is my podcast.
Anyway, I told you I had some things to flesh out. Anyway,
that's fair.
In it, yeah, all these things happen, but we don't get any explanation or anything.
No.
And if we do, it's like after everything is done.
Yeah. Which now we super get into some things are just never gonna be explained.
Exactly.
Well, they might get explained because there should be 1 or 2 manga spinoffs because one's got Giyu in it.
There's gonna be 2 manga spinoffs.
I don't remember what the other one is, and then Rengoku's getting his own spinoff anime.
Is he? I didn't see that.
A friend told me that. I'm like, I don't believe that.
I don't know what that could be.
She was like, why don't you believe him? Like, a nigga dies.
I don't know. I don't know what it could be though. Like,
Rengoku dies. By the way, I'm sorry.
But we're slow to get in there. But
man, it's almost like you're trying to prove a point.
Almost.
It's like we planned this out.
Almost.
We did not.
We should have.
Yeah, that would have been.
We should do scripts.
I don't like scripts. Scripts are for video essays.
Yeah,
like I have a fragment of a script for what I'm gonna do if I'm with Nintendo, Game Freak, and Tencent now let me make Pokemon.
Okay, we're doing a later one. We're doing a later one.
That's just us talking about the future of Pokemon.
Yes.
My video essay about Gen 4 remake is solely me.
That's fine. I just want you to understand, it's not the future of Pokemon. That's not what that podcast is going to be. That podcast is going to be me ranting.
Yeah, let me rant too.
That's fine. Okay, we can just rant.
Because we got some measures. But back to Demon Slayer.
Yeah, back to Demon Slayer.
That's
So
all probably going to get cut.
Train arc happens. They're all trapped in a dream, which is like, it's a cool concept, but I don't like that we don't see Rengoku do anything, really. It is very, very cute to see the different dreams with Nezuko appearing.
I didn't want that. Because I was like, this isn't real. Flips through phone. Oh, it's the dream. It's not real. Yep, I was like, oh,
exactly.
So I was like, this is weird. Like, this is really weird.
It's a very weird time skip too. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so Nezuko basically gets all of them out of the dream.
Wait. She has to fight off 3 minuscule, insignificant demons.
Yeah, which is nothing.
I mean, she just kicked them.
Yeah,
it's like fool. Let's talk about Zenitsu and Inosuke in this arc, who did nothing. I think they were asleep, and then they woke up because Tanjiro was the last one to wake up.
You're right. They were all the last one. They were all
because they were. I think
fighting, they stayed on the train. Yeah, they stayed on the train fighting
on
people.
The train,
right? But we just don't see them because they're not the focus.
They're not Tanjiro.
They're not the focus. So Tanjiro's the focus until we get to Rengoku fighting.
Wait, that's my problem.
The demon.
Technically, Inosuke killed that demon.
Yeah.
He doesn't get credit for that.
No.
He's still fucking stupid.
Yes.
But that's my problem.
He didn't get credit because no one got credit because someone died.
Well, no, they were like, good job, Tanjiro, you killed the demons. And Zenitsu and Inosuke are like, damn, I guess we didn't help.
I mean, Zenitsu definitely didn't help.
That boy. We'll talk about him later.
Yes.
We'll talk about him later.
I can feel it coming. Anyway, final fight between Rengoku and the demon. It's amazing.
I don't remember what the demon's name is.
What?
I don't remember demon.
It started with an A, but anyway, he was the only cool demon.
Disagree.
He was a third moon.
Oh no! Oh, you're talking about him? Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one that got the only one that had a backstory. The second one.
Every demon technically has a backstory.
Not one that I care about.
I care. We'll talk about Upper Moon 2. We'll talk about Upper Moon 1 later.
Upper Moon 2 was cool. Anyway,
no, you mean 1. Isn't
Upper Moon 2 was also cool though.
I don't remember Upper Moon 2 at all.
That's fine. We'll get to it.
I remember 1 because I was just like, oh, I'm like, nigga, you shouldn't be here. Demons should have an expiration date.
Well, the whole thing is that they don't die until they get got.
They should have an expiration date.
They should. Anyway, yeah. So
from the Heian period.
Long story short, Rengoku kills himself from this demon.
Well, he thinks he kills the demon.
Yeah, you're right. He thinks he kills it, and then the demon's like, "I'm a demon, bitch. I'm not dead."
He was like, "I'm a bird rank 3." And Rengoku immediately was like, "I made a mistake."
Yeah.
And he dies. He gets bleached. He gets punched in the chest. He
literally looks up to Tanjiro and was like, "Oh, it's all up to you." And then
it was just like, I was like, "Oh, that's not good." Rengoku's death is extremely necessary for this plot.
It is very necessary. The problem is it's so we don't know the character. We get such a cool character.
He's quirky, but that's it.
We don't know him at all.
That's what the spinoff thing is for.
It's not. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be anime. I think it's gonna be a manga.
Sure. After that is the
brothel arc. No, wait. He goes to Rengoku's family to explain what the fuck happened. His dad's like, "You smell weird." I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong
Everyone's like, "Ayo."
Smell. He's like, "You smell like a sun breather," and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "How do you not know?" I'm like, he's 15.
It's the thing too. The
it's birthmark.
The birthmark as well.
But it was the smell that tipped him off. I'm
yeah.
Like, what do you mean he smells like that? They go away with this smell bullshit.
That's the sun breathing thing was the only thing that was set up in the entire manga. That's the only thing. I don't even
feel like it was really set up though. It was like, what's this sun breathing thing?
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
And then it just happens. There's literally a flashback, and it's like, here's what sun breathing is. And I'm like,
yep, it's
okay.
Sun breathing exists. What's that? Yeah. This is what it is.
Okay. Like, don't worry about it. They were like, don't worry about it right now. I'm like, Google. I was like, Google.
Yep.
Google's like, we ain't got the answer yet. I'm like, damn. The fuck is sun breathing?
Yep. And then there's nothing. And then we skip to the end. And it's like, oh, this is what sun breathing is. And he can do it now. And we're like...
We'll talk about that. That's the thing that pissed CJ off. And I was like, that's fair. We're going to talk about that later.
Anyway, next arc is Brothel arc.
My favorite.
It is very, very good. It is very, very interesting. And it's not... I don't think it like follows the usual like line of manga, which is very, very cool, or like shonen specifically. Again, no one does anything but Tanjiro and Uzai.
No, I was gonna say
Uzai.
No, fuck, he retired. fuck that nigga. Yeah. He quit. Which I get why he quit. He's too young.
Yeah, he definitely could have
helped out in that final battle.
Yeah. Anyway,
no, because Zenitsu and Inosuke fight her scarf form thing, which was actually a big help because it did weaken
her. It was,
her.
and Inosuke shut the hell out as well.
He did.
He did a lot.
And then he never does anything. He does one cool thing at the end, and that's it. Same thing.
No, he does a couple things. And that's where Upper Moon 2 comes in.
I don't remember. I remember.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway,
I almost threw my phone. Broke Alex's window.
I bet. So anyway, my problem with long story short, Brothel arc. There's a demon. Basically,
the boys have to dress up as girls and then be sold to a brothel, which was hilarious. The only pretty girls, Inosuke, and they were just like,
of course,
man, your face is pretty.
It's because
nothing else. I'm like, I'm not with everything else. I'm like, Inosuke, you got this thing you could capitalize on.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, man,
if it was modern times, like, let me tell you,
modern times, like,
modern Inosuke is yeah. Anyway, Brothel arc. The whole like brothel is being controlled by one demon.
Yes.
And the other demon is just in the brothel, which I thought was weird.
No. It's the lady.
Yeah, it's the lady
who is half of another demon.
Right.
Which just sits inside her, I guess.
I don't know. I really don't know.
They didn't explain that.
It's
because she gets her ass beat and then he appears and I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, and it's like that's my problem. There's no setup to anything. It's literally that's what I was talking about. They're fighting her and they beat her ass. Like it gets fucked up. And then her brother?
Yeah.
Brother?
Yes.
Pops out of her chest.
And you're like, what?
Yeah. You're like, huh?
When you become a xenomorph, like,
exactly.
I literally scroll back. I was like, did I miss a page?
Exactly. And then he's like, hey, what's up? I'm her twin brother. Fight me. And then you fight. And then I don't think they even finished the fight yet. No, it is after it. No, it's only because that's the running thing. It's only when they're about to die. Then we get backstory.
Yeah, right before each demon dies, you get their backstory about how they became a demon.
Right.
But that is in the first season of the show as well.
Right.
It's not just a thing they just did.
My problem is the backstories are all garbage because they only give besides Upper Moon 1, they all get a single chapter, maybe. I think
the twins got 3 because
I don't think they got. I think they only got 1 chapter.
Because the only significant thing I remember was he was like, I gotta take care of my sister. Sister does some dumb shit.
They get 1 whole chapter right before they die, and then they die, and then there's like half of a chapter where they do. It's not backstory, but it's them meeting whoever the fuck in the afterlife. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember who it is. I don't think it's their parents.
I don't think it's their parents either. It's somebody. Though.
So the sister spit on a samurai who killed her and then burned her. The brother came back, tried to fight, and he got his ass beat. And then Muzan just appears.
Yeah, Muzan's like, hey,
want me demon?
Hey, you ain't gotta die here. And they're like,
okay.
Oh yeah, here's my soul. Here's my soul, so I can not die and also be beautiful.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. She had such a.
All right, let's talk about Nezuko and her bullshit, which doesn't appear ever again. But Nezuko is like literally a one-trick pony, but a different trick every time. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
She's a personification of Tanjiro's plot armor.
I disagree.
She exists as his plot, She exists as his entire motive, and also she exists to get him out of almost every serious problem.
I do want to say, I do like that Demon Slayer didn't make the brother and sister thing creepy. Tanjiro's a little too overbearing.
It was very wholesome. He's
a little too overbearing.
He has an older brother complex where he's like, everyone's my little sibling. I have to protect everyone. It's up to me.
And I'm just like, these niggas are older than you.
Yeah, I'm like, dog, calm down. Like you were still a child. Be a child.
You're literally 15. Calm down.
He's like, no, I have sun breathing. It's up to me.
He doesn't know he has sun breathing yet. He just knows.
He doesn't. But he's like, I have something, and I know it, and nobody else has it, so it's got to be me. And we're like,
so that's when the Demon Slayer mark appears.
Yes,
on Tanjiro, and just Tanjiro, and he's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
they literally have to go. We have to talk about this.
Yeah, and literally everyone's like,
but before all that, Nezuko's like, healing, and I'm like, you can heal.
That pissed
you
me
can
off.
Heal.
That pissed me off because that never came back. That definitely never came back.
You could have used that in the Ruby fight. You could have used that in any fight. You could have just been like,
well, that's how it is for her. She doesn't know she has
touch his thigh. It was like heal. I hate it. I like that she could heal. I didn't like that she could heal. That shit annoyed me.
It's the way they presented it is the problem, and that's the running issue with Demon Slayer. Is there's always a problem with how they present things.
Keep going.
So that's like, and also the ending of Brothel arc is Uzai
retiring with his 3 wives
because he lost an arm.
Which okay, but like
I get it. It's hard to be a Demon Slayer when you're missing an arm, especially when his weapon is a 2-handed weapon. So he's like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna go live in the mountains with my 3 wives who all like are madly in love with me, and I'm madly in love with them, and they kind of love each other. And everyone's like, can't be mad.
No one has a problem with it.
Because would you have a problem with it? You can't blame him. You can't fault him for that.
My thing was when he was shown off. Twitter's reaction was He's like, of course. Oh, he's just gay. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's flamboyant. Being flamboyant does not mean being gay.
And then when he's like, yeah, these are my 3 wives, everyone got mad. I'm just like, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. And then Twitter kind of just got over it. After the next chapter, they got over it.
Oh yeah, because
they have to explain, hey, yo, what's the Demon Slayer mark? Kid, how do you have one? No one else has one. You got to explain.
Exactly. I think what's the next arc is them training. Is it right into that?
No, it's a training arc.
Here's where the issue.
It's not the demon.
Here's where the issue is because everything bursts together.
Yes, that is also a problem.
Yeah, everything bursts together from this point forward. Okay, yeah, you're right because this is the training arc, and they.
This is the training because they're like, y'all kind of shit.
Yeah, you're like, we gotta get y'all up to what is her name? What is the
Kano?
Yeah, Kano.
I keep saying it. Butterfly, little big butterfly.
The little butterfly. Little butterfly. They're like, she will whoop y'all ass right now. So we got to get y'all up to her level.
That's my problem. She's not physically. I think she's got the same problem as Shinobu, where she's not physically strong enough because we'll never see her fight.
Yeah, but she's very, very technically good. Well, yeah, because that's okay. Because
we never see her. We see her fight once.
Another problem. We don't see her fight. Her only reason for being in existence as a character is one, to provide in any capacity a
romantic partner.
Yeah, a romantic partner for Tanjiro. Like,
and we'll get to that later.
Barely the crumbs, the barest of bones.
So,
and also to train them.
This is my problem. There are no other females in this show.
Oh, there's a lot of females. It's just none of them are.
Well, we've got 3 actual literal children.
I'll say none of them are their age.
Whatever the fuck the one doctor lady is. The Dr. Demon, for now.
Mm-hmm.
Shinobu, who...
Dr. Demon, that's a great name for her. I like that.
I don't remember her name. It starts with a T, that's all I remember.
Yeah. Anyway. Tamio-san?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Shinobu, who's pretty much infatuated with Giyu, but that's never... We'll talk about that later. That's it. And the Love Hashira, who's tied up with the Snake Boy, who's... I still don't really like him, but he redeemed himself. And then we got his backstory. I'm just like, you can kill anyone you want.
Yeah,
anyone you want. Go ahead, kill.
I still don't like him, but I like him enough.
That's my same problem with Goro in Persona 5. I need to know a little bit more about what happened to you, not just you're a fucking psychopath.
That's fair.
But go ahead and kill some people. It's fine.
I can take that.
Hold on, we got a pause.
Okay.
Do you have Royals here? Like, did you actually buy it?
Oh no, it's still sitting in the exchange. Okay. It's just saved for me until I get the PS4.
We don't know if that game's going to be backwards compatible with the PS5.
I'd be livid if it wasn't.
We really don't know.
They said every PS4 game would be.
They said they want to make every PS4 game backwards compatible.
There's no fucking way.
There's 100 that have been completed. We don't know what those lists. We don't know what that list is. Besides GTA 5, which
GTA 5 and also Spider-Man is going to be. We know that as well.
And then Minecraft, because Minecraft.
Yeah.
And then Skyrim.
There's no fucking way.
I don't know.
I cannot imagine Royale would not be backwards compatible.
I don't know. Right now, we don't know.
If any, because at that point they would just make another version of Royale for PS5. That's what they did with PlayStation 3.
They would do that. It's Atlas and the Persona team. They would.
I'll just not buy it and buy the other one.
Okay, nothing.
But yeah, I haven't actually bought it yet.
Okay, good. All right, back to Demon Slayer.
So
there's the training to get everyone stronger.
Yes.
Well, all the lower ranked people.
Just them.
The Demon Slayer rank. No, it's not.
Oh no, it's
a group of them. Because it's the big group, and then later on
the big group doesn't matter though.
Yeah, because
the big group is honestly trying to get to Tanjiro's level.
Yeah, which is a problem.
It's a huge problem.
Oh, no, this is my biggest problem.
There are ants.
This is my biggest problem with the show's ranking system.
Yes.
Tanjiro never leaves the first rank.
No, none of them
ever.
do.
And I'm like,
they get said that they're the same level as certain ones.
Power level, not rank.
Exactly.
Which
the rank never changes.
Like, what do you have to do? This boy almost killed an lower moon 12, which is still one of the 12 Kizuki.
Yeah.
Here's 3 ranks up because you almost died.
Sure.
But here, you can have a level up. But no, just you should have killed it. And I'm like, I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much.
It's so weird. Yeah. Anyway, training arc exists. We get Kaono something. Something happens.
I don't remember.
Literally, like there is Kaono, and then the next arc starts.
What's the next one?
The next one is
because it's not Fortress.
It's the one with the sword.
Where he has to. So does Tanjiro get a new sword, or does Miss Boy get a new sword?
Tanjiro gets a new sword.
Okay.
Because the most ridiculous plot point is that the person who makes the person who makes swords for them, he's like, this kid keeps breaking my swords every fucking time, never again. And we're like, sure, but like plot, maybe. And then like you gotta go to the sword making village and like basically yell at his parents.
Because I remember Miss Boy shows up. I don't know what his name is. Who is an actual descendant of the Sunbreather people.
It's so
He's also
weird.
the youngest Hashira, which is kind of cool, but we see why later.
Right. That's the thing. There's so much setup, and then none of it gets shown until after things already happen.
Because I remember Tanjiro gets the sword because he puts Rengoku's hilt on it.
Yes. Before he gets the sword, though, he's because remember they're training with the thing.
Yeah, the doll.
Yeah, they're training with the doll, and then the doll whoops
everyone's ass.
Well,
this is 2 people, but still.
Sure. And then Miss Boy's like, "This is
easy.
This is
I need something harder."
Yeah.
And just like, don't like that. Village gets attacked.
Yes.
By Upper Moon.
It's 2 moons. It's 4 and 5.
Okay. The pot, I hate it so much because all you gotta do is break the pot and you kill him.
Yeah, I don't know why it was so hard, but
I know why it's so, because a sword hitting a pot, no problem. First of all, you gotta fucking find the pot and then get close enough to hit it before you can move it. So if one of the characters that died didn't die when they did, he could have just been like bang.
He was still alive then.
No, he wasn't.
What do you mean?
He died.
Gunboy?
Mm-hmm. He was dead. Because if he was alive, he could have just fucking ran out and found the pot.
He didn't die until the final arc. Until the final fight. Gunboy?
Yeah. He dies in that arc.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
The brother?
Yeah, the younger brother dies.
No, because he dies fighting with the Miss Boy in the final against number 1.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Because remember, he's cut in half. He's literally like, he's in half on the floor.
Oh. yeah, now it's coming back.
Do you remember the
No, I don't remember the panel, but I remember what you're talking about. Hold on. Because I thought he died then, because I was like, why didn't he just shoot the fucking pot?
He got incapacitated. And they were like, oh, they thought he was dead. And then he was like, I just eat a demon.
Which... That is probably one of the coolest things they have in that show. Cool.
And that doesn't get shown off at all. Because
it was very strange. He was the one that's like, yeah, I want my sword right now.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, can't really do anything with the sword. It's like, here's a gun. And I'm like, y'all niggas got guns? Why are y'all niggas using guns?
It's because the swords are like made for it and should be better, but he's just like...
Oh, no. You take some leftover ore, and you make bullets out of that ore.
You know how many ore is gonna be like needed for those bullets? When you could just get one sword. Granted, Tanjiro used hella, but that's only Tanjiro. He's an outlier.
Listen, I'm telling you, they could have just got some ore, made that boy some bullets, and called it a day. Granted, he could have only killed a few of them, just not everyone. But the show, the books just go, yeah, he can eat demons to take on their powers, and you know.
Well, it's weird because he doesn't even take on their powers, does he?
He takes on their characteristics and he heals.
Yeah, he heals and he gets like stronger, and that's it, which is great.
Not strong enough. Sorry,
not strong enough. Which is really cool, but they don't like that's what they should have done. Is like he could take their powers too. That would have been sick.
Or like a portion of their power.
Either exactly. Like a weakened part.
Either take it away from him or give him like a small part. I give him a small part of it. But no, just characteristics. They killed 2 demons. I don't remember how they do it. It's not important. The Mist Boy, because I don't remember what his name is, he gets his Demon Slayer mark, and
before anyone. Well, technically Tanjiro, but
and I love how. They again go back to the master and go, I figured out how to do it. And he's like, how? You have to get your... Right. I forgot.
It's so fucking stupid!
Because that's what sets off his brother. Yeah. Also, yeah, the gun boy in front of me are brothers. They that's never talked about in the show. They don't.
It's only set up.
Is it though?
Well,
they just kind of look similar.
Well, he's not talked about in the anime because he hasn't been shown yet.
He bumps into Tanjiro.
Yeah, and that's sick. There's nothing else.
He has the outburst during final selection.
He bumps into Tanjiro.
That's it.
Nothing else in the anime yet.
But you see Sotomi, and they're in the same vicinity, so.
We don't see them together in this.
We don't, but they do have a very similar look. So I was like,
yeah, you can kind of add things up, but
they literally go back to the master and they're like, so here's how you get Demon Slayer mark. You have to get your heartbeat like what?
Well, wait. This is after fighting. This is after fighting.
Yeah, the other 2 moves.
Well, this is important because that's when Nezuko doesn't die in the sun. That's the first time. Oh yeah, it is. Because that's how they have to kill it. Because they're like, we literally can't touch this demon. And Nezuko's just like, I'm gonna just hold it in the sun, and we gonna go together. And Tanjiro's like, fuck no.
I feel
the hell you are.
That was the one part I was like, I feel bad for Tanjiro.
Oh, I really thought that was gonna be real.
I did not. I was like, they got too much stuff left for him to be a hard.
Well, here's the thing. They did so much so far already with Uzai getting his hand chopped off and Rengoku just dying and so many other people like getting real close. I'm like, they're just gonna make him real mad, and that's his driving factor to beat Muzan. I really thought that was gonna be.
Nah, because he already killed his whole family. Kinda, maybe. We don't know. We still don't know how he turned Nezuko into a demon.
Oh, I think she just didn't die immediately, or he was like, I want one more.
I think he did something in particular to her.
I think he smelled the blood and realized that it was their descendant, or not. They weren't descendants.
They're not.
Right.
Literally, the sun dude showed their descendant the moves.
Yeah.
So much that they made it into a thing.
Right. We'll get there.
They had to tuck it away.
We'll get there. Anyway, I thought Nezuko was gonna fucking die.
I didn't think I was like, they're not gonna kill Nezuko off.
But yeah, she's like suicide bombing, and Tanjiro's like, fuck no. She's like, yeah. And then the sun rises. And the demon dies, and she starts dying, and Tanjiro's like, ayo. And then she's like, oh.
I think, is it the first time she speaks too? For like the first time in like 2 years?
Yeah.
Because she's like real confused.
Yeah, no, it's right before she dies. She was like, I think she says, I'm sorry, Tanjiro, or some shit like that. She says his name before she's about to die. He's like, this is too fucking much. This is not the time.
It's fine. This is the time. It's fine.
And then she doesn't die, and they're all like, arr.
That's a sound bite.
That's what they. That's I guarantee that's exactly the sound they made though. Are you looking at the way for?
That's a sound bite. Anything that's gonna be your ringtone for me.
Oh God. So yeah, they're like, so two things. One, he got some cool ass tattoos that makes him mad strong, and she can't die. And
they have to go report to the master.
Yeah, and the master's like, that's crazy.
Demon mark training.
Yeah, that's crazy. We about to get all your tattoos. And they're like, oh, on God. And then this is when I really started to get pissed off. Because from then on, the pacing of the show does not exist.
Listen, they spent, I think, 10 chapters training.
Mm-hmm. And when I say training, I mean like all the Hashiras, who none of them had the mark yet, except for Mist Boy, they all have it now.
They explained it. They explained that later. It is on the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia does explain it very well.
Do they?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Tanjiro being born with his is a catalyst.
He's like, this is what it feel like.
When he was fighting with the Mist Boy, because they fought together and then he separated. Once from that point on, once he got to his heart, it was like a 200 something heartbeat,
like that.
And some other stupid thing, body temperature above like 75 degrees Celsius. I'm like, they'd be dead or
basically they have to be on the edge of death.
That is how you activate it after you've been in contact with someone who's already had one.
Right.
So from then on, you can just hang out around people. Yeah, which I haven't got in my fucking Sword and Shield game yet.
I still haven't yet. I don't know how.
I'm just gonna make one. I'm gonna tell you about it later.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you about it later. It's great. Oak Slab is great.
Oh God. Oh, I know Oak Slab. Anyway,
that's how I got my Mel medal.
Oh,
it's legal too.
I should do that.
You should. Them queue times are long.
We'll get later. Queue times are later. We're doing a Pokemon podcast. So yeah, trading arc happens. I fucking hate it. We do get a little bit of the
Tomioka background. Something else happened too.
No, I think it's before that, isn't it?
No, because
we get Sabito stuff before that. Sabito and no, we don't get Sabito and Giyu together until the very end. But I think there is a little bit of Tapioca. That's so funny. I was gonna start using that. That's so good.
Hey, it worked. So, because they're like, hey, no one else shares a breathing style.
Yeah.
Tanjiro, go hang out with him.
Basically.
Figure out how to be better.
There's also Tanjiro and Sanemi. Basically, Sanemi's like, oh, I ain't training yo bitch ass. And Tanjiro's
he has to
like,
fight him or some shit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's like, if you can beat me, I'll train you. And Tanjiro's like, all right.
You fool.
Yeah. And then Sanemi's like, actually, I'm just going to whoop your ass. And we're like,
they're going to kill each other.
Yeah.
They're just going to kill each other. Because Tanjiro can do some shit he doesn't know how to do yet.
Right. And then it's Tomioka that stops him, isn't it?
I think. That or Shinobu.
One of them stops it. It's like, hey, y'all, this will not end well.
You come with me.
We need him.
We do.
So yeah, he goes and like sits with Tomioka and basically just meditates for a little bit, and he's like, "All right, you can go."
Well, no, they have a heart to heart. He explains to him how he got that.
Hey, I don't want to be this.
You gotta be this. He doesn't think he can. And everyone's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You're one of the best. You just don't show emotion."
And this is where we get to realizing that it's not that he doesn't show emotion, it's that he has one emotion, and it's major depression.
They've all been stripped away.
Yes, there's nothing but major depression left. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm trying to like get up through, and if this means dying, if that means you become the next whatever, I don't care. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go though.
I was like, I don't want to be here.
And
Tanjiro's just like,
he's just like, yeah, he's like, you wild. I'm gonna go talk to the Stone Hashira now. And then we get a little bit of his
backstory,
right? And then we get a little bit of his backstory.
You don't we just get the reason he says something traumatic happens to him. That's it.
Yeah, we get the beginning of why he became a Hashira, but we don't get his actual backstory
until later.
Yes,
and he's always crying. He has a fucking reason to always be crying after that shit. Because I explained to my coworker, and he was like, "I always be crying too."
Honestly, my heart.
That shit actually, I was like, "Damn,
my heart." And then, spoilers. Okay, we gotta go in order. We gotta keep going in order.
Yeah, go in order.
Which is fine because after this
we're almost at the end. We're literally almost at the end.
Yes. So they get their training. Everyone has it except for Zenitsu and Inosuke. They never get the mark, do they? Pissed me off.
It did. No, I don't think they should have.
I think
Because they haven't.
Because they. My thing is, they've been with Tanjiro so damn much, and they've been through so much.
Okay, but it's not being through stuff. You have to actually have the skill in other stuff. They don't have that.
Zenitsu definitely does. He's just a coward, and Inosuke definitely got there.
I feel okay. So we'll get to that.
Yes,
we'll get to that. I do not think they should have got Demon Slayer marks. Tanjiro being born with his. That nigga's Jesus.
OP.
That nigga's literally just Jesus. There's nothing you can do to convince me he's not Jesus. From then on, literally, it's like a few chapters later, Muzan just walks in to fucking the Master's.
Well, wait. Before that, because I do have one thing. This is the biggest thing that pisses me off about.
Oh wait, because Tanjiro just figures out sun breathing. That's right.
That and also Zenitsu just uses whatever fucking move he wants now.
I'm okay with that.
I'm too. I want to see it. I want to see him come.
Oh, that's right. Give me a sec. So in their heart to heart, Tamioka explains that you can do one-offs. You can't just have another style. You can't merge them. It's against the rules or some shit. And that no one's feasibly strong enough to have two. And then Tanjiro's like, I can do two.
Me.
Well, he doesn't say I can do two. He's just like
me.
But I've got this thing that my family used to do, and he's just like, man, it's not important.
Yeah, then we realize that sun breathing is the start of everything else, which is really cool. Okay, that's one thing I love about KNY is the power structure and like the power like scaling is not. That's not what I mean.
I know what you mean, but
how all the breathing and shit works and all of that, and how it all has together. That's cool. And that's the only thing that gets supported and explained.
Yes, like because. Tanjiro's gonna save Nezuko from suicide bombing using Zenitsu's flash and clap and slash. And everyone's like, how can he just do that? I'm like, well, one, he's Jesus.
Yeah.
Two, they later explain you can do one-offs and offshoots, and if your body can handle it.
And also, if he does sun breathing, you basically know everything else because you're OP. I wish they'd ever explained love breathing.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be.
It's an offshoot of fire, which
I get it because
passion, fiery passion.
Don't make no damn sense.
So CJ, y'all know CJ. Because I made him read it. I heavily suggested that he read it because I was talking about Glenn because Glenn finished it around the same time I did. Okay. He was like, "What the actual factual fuck?" Yes. I'm like, "We'll talk about it later." We were having conversations, and CJ was like, "I want to be a part of the conversation." So I was like, "Read it."
Checks out.
It was like you will literally finish by the time the last chapter is out.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, he woke up. He's like, "This last chapter." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I'm done." I'm like, I don't hate you because you read fast, but what about Lois? Like, she'll be done in like 2 days. And he was like, "There's one thing I hate. Well, there's a few things I hate, but there's one thing I hate. How did Tanjiro learn how to do sun breathing in a week?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Basically his great grandfather,
some shit like
however
that.
Many greats, his genes was strong as hell. Not because for one, Tanjiro looks just like that nigga.
Yes,
exactly. To a T. And also, it all passed down. Like his genes are strong as hell. We good?
Yeah.
Okay. So like I get why he can use something so fast.
No. When I was 15, I don't remember what the fuck I was doing when I was... How old was he when he was watching his dad? Like, 7?
Something like that.
He literally just watched his dad do it.
Well, it's something that he did.
No.
It's something his dad did constantly, though. His dad was always
once
dancing.
a year. Yeah, once a year in the middle of the fucking winter.
I'll give him that, though. I'll give him that. Because he's watching it so for so long and so constantly. And
I don't know. That's my thing.
Well, okay,
he only watched it once a year.
As far as we know.
No, they only did it once a year.
He might have just danced or practiced or like shown his kids or something.
He didn't.
Yeah.
The only time he actively did something was when he killed the fucking bear with an axe. And I was like, why weren't you a demon slayer? Nigga, we could have had... It's like, well, wait.
No one told him.
Well, no, I was like, someone told him. He knew, but if his dad had been a demon slayer, there would be no more demon slayer.
No.
Oh. So you can take
my dad. I'll call him after.
I mean, we got like 40 minutes.
Do we have 40 minutes?
They're like 90 minutes long. We're at minute.
That's
we're
fine.
at 50.
I'll call him later.
Okay. He learned sun breathing way too fast, and he doesn't say it. He just does it.
He learns it really fast, but that's not what, like, of all the things in the show, that makes me mad at least, because there's at least some kind of setup, and you can justify an explanation for it. But he just
does it.
Yeah.
He just comes back and he's like, I can do this thing now. Everyone's like, oh, what's that?
That's what happens with everyone.
No,
everyone's that same way.
But everyone knows no one knew he was training for it. He just came back and was like, I can do it.
I don't know if he did train for it. I honestly think he was like, the spur of the moment, he was like, if I think real hard.
I hate that. That's a shitty explanation.
That's how it's been with everything.
But that's how it
was the first time he did fire.
Yes, he remembered his dad doing, which, how you gonna remember seeing all the moves and then just picked out one?
He picked the one that he thought he needed at the moment.
That's still pissed. The fact,
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still infuriating.
So, this is my thing. We're going back to episode something teen. Was that real fire or just...
That was real fire.
Because that
was real fire because of the
It's not
it was because of the explosion,
fire. It's... Okay. That's fair. So, does that mean... How do you make water flammable?
Hey, if anybody gonna do it.
Like, I got so many problems. Because... Later, when he's using sun breathing, it's nothing. It's just, well, I mean, you can't really see. You see sunlight, but that's
I'm sure animated they'll make it.
I don't think they will.
I know. I think animated they'll ask.
If we even get that far, because they really could just be like, no,
they're gonna get to it because of the train arc. The train arc is so good. I guarantee you, the train arc will be good enough.
So the train arc, as of this recording, comes out in 3 months.
Is this still coming
in Japan? Yeah, it comes out in Japan. Japan's theaters, it's like how they want ours to be.
No, I just don't know if they got set back. I don't know if they got set back at all. Like production.
No, it did. It did. It was supposed to come out this year, like earlier this year.
Oh, well, I thought it was
the same thing with the Violet Evergarden movie, which I'm not going to talk about. Which you need to watch.
I do.
Since you won't watch the other
I started it and it just didn't catch me.
You said you got pause. You said you got 10 minutes in. Nothing happens in 10 minutes in. I don't even think she's in the bunny girl suit 10 minutes in.
I'll watch it eventually, I promise.
Do you watch Getting the Robot videos?
Huh?
Do you watch Getting the Robot?
Who?
Getting the Robot, because that's just a me and Shay thing. Some type of Mexican Spanish. I don't know what the fuck she is. I can't tell.
What are you talking
One of the hosts is like, I don't know what she is, but she's like
host.
Yeah, host. Like a host of a show.
Of what show?
Getting the Robot.
I don't know what that is.
Like I said.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. She's talking about trash anime, and then she hits a tangent, and I'm like, oh, I watch Mother's Basement. She literally takes Mother's Basement script, and this is like, this is why the show is good. Please watch it. All right, back to trash show. So I'm like, wait, no, you can't just cut. That's plagiarism.
Well,
like, did they get permission? Fuck, they got permission. And it's got some psychological bullshit, which I know you like.
Yes.
Watch the fucking show.
I will watch. Because it's just like
the cute artist girl is like, here's why you should watch Mob Psycho. Getting into it is very hard because
it's a bit slow.
I don't want to talk about slow. It took me to episode 6 to go, oh, this show's actually really fucking good.
Oh,
just like on a deep.
Long. There's only 12 episodes.
Listen, it's will they get in a relationship? Will they not get in a relationship? Okay, cool.
It's slow burn.
A thing happens and it's like, okay, what are they going to do now? What are they going to do now? What are they going to do? Oh, okay, it's like, well, wait, where do these other girls come from?
All right, I'll watch it.
Because it wants you to think it's a harem and it's not.
I'll at least finish 2 episodes after I finish Gravity Falls.
Okay, that's cool. Give me 3. Because they actually conclude their relationship arc in the 3rd episode. Okay. And I'm like, okay, cool. Now what? Because I was like, where's the show going to go from here?
Okay.
I got ants at my house. I don't need to shit anywhere else. Okay, where were we? Then Tanjiro's broken.
Yeah.
Sun breathing. He just gets sun breathing.
Not broken yet, but...
We don't listen. Okay, so literally, Muzan walks in to wherever the fuck the head. Not even is that the headquarters? Is it?
Yeah, it's his house, and they all like report to him, so it kind of has become the headquarters.
Shit's been hidden for 1,000 years.
Yep, it's also covered with wisteria.
And I'm just like, how'd you just walk in?
Because he's over fucking powered. Muzan is
broken. Muzan's actually
like. I can't even relate him to another character in any.
Gohan.
He's not. It's not the same kind though.
Yeah.
Like Gohan is just strong as shit. Muzan has a different kind of plot armor.
He's also smart.
Gives him exactly. He's also smart. So it's just, he has an answer for everything. Yeah. But he literally strolls in. He's like, "Hey, what's up? Like I've been looking for your ass."
They literally talk, and the master's like, "I think we're related." And I'm like, "Nope, Google, nope." I'm like, "Shit, they're related. I don't like that." It's like, "Oh, that's why your face looks like that." And then the explosion happens. I'm like, what?
He's like, bye, Muzan.
Because his wife and one of his kids are there, and I'm like, do they know about the plan? Do they know this is gonna happen?
Yeah, because Muzan catches on right before. He's like, you can't be serious. Like there are people here. He's like, hey, bro, everyone
they consented.
Yeah, he's like, everyone in this room is fully in support of whooping your ass, no matter the cost,
by any
means necessary. And then boom. And everyone was like, ayo.
Everyone's like, what's happening? And then final arc happens. And
because also, it's two Hashira, they also realize what's going on right before as well. And they're trying their hardest to get there as fast as possible. They get there right after. Muzan's gone.
Isn't it Wind Boy?
I think it's Sanemi and his stone.
Yeah. Because he's distraught. And I was like, no, it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And they get there right after. Muzan's gone. He didn't even get fucked up. Well, no, he did get fucked up because he had to gain his strength back before he could do anything.
It burned his coat off. That's it.
I
was like, nigga, where your pants? They just out.
He ain't know. And that's probably the wildest part of the manga for me because he's such a pivotal character. And there's oh yeah, my job's done. Bye. And then it's all his kid now. And his kid's what, 6?
No, his kid's 14 or 13.
Are you sure? That kid is tiny.
Yeah, you seen his dad? Incurable disease, cursed because of your great descendant.
Yeah, but his kid is his kids are small.
The little people that at the final selection, they're creepy looking. You can't.
They're all the same.
They're creepy looking.
Oh, okay.
You can't tell they're not creepy looking.
Oh, they are. I'm talking about him being a teenager. I don't know if he's a teenager. I really think he's tiny.
I'll look it up. You just go.
For sure. So anyway,
that's literally how the final arc starts.
Yes, that's literally how everything
like
kicks
you said,
off
with a bang.
Yeah, everything kicks off. Then they're like, what do we do? And the Braves are like, we gotta go find Muzan. And then turns out that they don't have to find Muzan.
Muzan's just there.
Yeah.
And the Infinity Fortress, which...
Yes. Is it in the Infinity Fortress that Nezuko gets fucked up? Oh, no. What happened is they sent Nezuko away because they're like, Tamio found...
Yeah, she got the antidote.
The cure. Yeah.
No, wait. We're gonna get ahead of ourselves and then back up. Shinobu and the demon doctor are like, hey, let's talk. And 3...
That pisses me off.
It does, but it doesn't for me.
I like it because it's Shinobu and it's Tamio, and I love them as characters. How that all worked and shaked out pisses me the hell off.
Shinobu tells the doctor, hey, I understand you found this thing. Also load me up with 37 grams of Wisteria poison in my body. I was like, wait, what? Excuse me? But make these 3 antidotes. In addition to that, make these 3 antidotes. I think they'll come in handy.
Yes.
That's it. I think those are her literal words.
And no, there's also a couple different poisons that she gets as well.
Well, the 3 things are 2 of the turning humans back into humans. Turning humans into humans potion. And then a poison, which we'll talk about later, because I had to look on the wiki to get his exact age, and I was like, if you put that in a human, they would just die.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It would literally be inject death. Mm-hmm. Like, can we get that for death sentence instead of whatever the fuck we have?
Dude. So yeah, that kicks off. I don't even remember how we get into the Infinity Fortress because it all happened so fast.
I think Muzan just opens it up and is like, all right, come fight me, bitch.
Yeah, probably.
I think Muzan's just like, you won't kill me.
Because they all go in.
Because he's like, this is my chance to take out all of them and just end the demon slayers.
Yeah, you're right.
I was just like, you're a fool.
They all go in, and I think it's Upper Moon. Yeah, it's Upper Moon 2 and 1, and then it's whoever controls whoever controls the fortress.
The fourth one. The replacement for the one that literally died last arc.
Yeah, and there's also Zenitsu's battle, which I don't even know. What is he, Upper Moon like 6? Is he new Upper Moon 6 or something?
Yeah, there's new.
He's
Upper
not
Moon,
high up.
There's new Upper Moon 7 and 6.
So anyway, they fight. Zenitsu fights his person. Turns out it's his old student, like his old
training mate. Senpai, technically
senpai. And senpai is like,
oh shit, you're right.
Yo, you're
8.
Yeah,
his son's 8.
Yeah, tiny ass child. Now literally in charge of the strongest organization in the world.
We don't know because we never get to see it.
Yeah, you're right. The rest of the world doesn't exist.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about the ending later.
Yes,
because that boy.
Oh man,
that boy. Any good luck that happens to him is 100% deserved.
Oh,
after what just happened,
man.
Because it's him and his 2 sisters.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes. Anyway, so Zenitsu is fighting his senpai. Senpai's like, you should have not been the one.
You ain't shit. You literally ain't shit. I don't know why he thought you were so good.
Right, and he's like, bro, it's my grandfather. Like, what did you expect?
It wasn't his grandfather though. It was not his grandfather.
Zenitsu? No, he got adopted.
Adopted.
Right.
Not his blood grandfather, but no. It was just like, I gotta say this kid.
Yeah.
The kid's fucking stupid.
Right. But his grandfather's, which just pissed me off because he looks like his.
They look alike. They do look alike.
Later, but which doesn't make any sense.
Later.
But yeah, he's like, bro, that's basically my grandfather. Like, I don't know what you expect. He's like, no, you didn't deserve it. But he is cool because he has Black Lightning, and he has like most of the same moves that Zenitsu has.
I mean, Zenitsu only has one move.
No,
at that point he only has.
No,
one.
You're right. He only has one, but
he's about to get his second.
He also uses it in multiple different ways because you can do like ×4 times whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was funny to me. I'm sorry. He was just like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" He's like, "There's no 7th form."
He's like, "That's not a thing." And he's
I just made it.
He's like, "Bro, I just do what I want." And it works. Which honestly,
it worked.
Even that was just a different form of the Thunderclap Flash.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically just beats his person, and then that's all Zenitsu's anything done from there on out.
This is the worst part of that. One of the, I don't remember what they're actually called. One of the healer people was like, "Yeah, he just became a demon. Yep. If he had gotten any more time to practice, you would have been dead."
He would have.
I was like,
and we're like, you can't let him have one thing.
No,
you can't let him have one.
No.
And then,
after we get to it, yeah, no, you ain't all that shit.
And there's the second. Was it Tanjiro and Giyu who fought?
They fought 3, and then they cut to Duma's fight.
Well, was 3 the one that was controlling it? Who was controlling the fortress?
4. The new 4.
Who killed her? Because someone that was Love Hashira and Snake Boy had to kill her.
Yeah,
and that's when we got a little bit of their backstory. A little bit, like tiny crumbs. The rest didn't come until later. But that's when we were like, all right, okay, well, let's see where this goes.
I'm only mad because I know where it goes.
Oh, of course.
Just the last chapter fixed a lot of my shipping problems.
Oh,
I'm gonna just say that.
It forced a lot of them away.
It made some go away, and it brought some new ones.
So that happens, and then we cut to Duma fight, which is honestly probably one of the better like scenarios in the show.
Yeah, because he's just Shinobu's like stab.
Yeah,
that doesn't work, and he's like, "I'm just gonna eat you," and I'm like, "That's my wife." That's my wife. You need to chill out. She's also, I got this.
His backstory.
I don't think
his was different somehow. Because he basically.
He formed a cult.
Yeah, he formed a cult, but how did he become a demon?
Losing.
Yeah, but how? His was different.
We don't know. We just know he was a demon.
That makes me mad.
And I was like...
But anyway, yeah, he just formed a cult.
He formed a cult. He was gonna...
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to Inosuke real quick.
Oh, right. Yes.
So Inosuke's mom, who had nowhere else to go, was like, fuck it, I'll just join the cult.
Yeah, and then it was cool.
It was fine.
As cults usually start out.
I feel okay. So normal cult stuff, she's fine. She's one of his favorites, and he's like, no one fuck with her. And they're like, okay.
They're like, that's garbage, but okay.
She gets some information that he eats some of his followers so he doesn't die, because that's how demons die. Or they just go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Once she learns that, she's like, I have to leave. He catches wind of that and he's like, I gotta kill you.
Yep. He's like, I can't just let you go.
Like,
you're my favorite.
He's like, if you hadn't learned that, you would have been fine. Right. Your son would be fine.
Everything would be fine. You're good.
And then she starts running, which
and then
fine. And then she chucks Inosuke off a cliff into a waterfall, and just like, I hope you survive.
Yeah.
Not even you're gonna be okay, just I hope you live.
In her defense, fair. It's either that or get eaten by a demon. However, I feel like there might have been some kind of way to do it a little bit better. And literally throwing your kid off a cliff.
So this is my favorite part, because in the extra chapters, you get like glimpses of other bullshit. Yes. When Inosuke was a baby, some people just found him because he was raised by boars. Yeah, he was raised by boars. And then some people found him.
Yes.
And they had to teach him how to speak.
Yeah, and they're like, once he collected a child.
Once he collected a few enough words, he just left.
Yep.
And I was like, what?
Yep.
That's not like panelized. It's just like extra drawings. And I'm like,
those only exist so that we can see baby Inosuke.
Yeah. But you wouldn't think you would stick around and learn a few more words. I'm gonna learn these few words and I'm gonna leave.
He doesn't. Yeah, he's a bored. He's like, bro, I'm going to be an animal my whole life. Y'all can't do nothing about it. But my thing is, they don't show him like meeting anyone else ever again until he meets Tanjiro. But this man is just like, he can make sentences. He's not good at it.
No, this is my problem. How the fuck did he get to the Demon Slayers if he's just been out in the forest? I'm just like, what the fuck? What happened?
My thinking is, he just showed up to like a final exam.
And they were like,
yeah. He's just like, I don't think he even applied. I think he just walked in, fought some demons, was like, y'all ain't gonna kill me.
Well, no.
Me? No.
I think he is there when they're all looking at the wisteria trees, because they are pretty to look at. And then no one questions
him. He was there before them. Oh, no, he wasn't. He did finish it during.
He's just in the background, and then
he wasn't there during the final exam, though. They showed him after it was
after they all got picked. After they all walked up the stairs.
He was not with them. He was on his own. Chilling with his, and he already had swords, and which is cool.
He stole them from somebody.
Which is so funny to me.
But this is my thing. Who did he steal them from? Because they still weren't properly wrapped and halted.
Who did he steal them from? And also, when he lost his swords,
they just made
they gave him two.
They made the swords again. I was like,
you made the swords again, but they gave him two.
No, he had two to begin with.
I know. Why did they give him two replacements?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
And then he immediately starts hacking them away, and we're like, you are a freak.
This is my other thing. Who taught him Breath of the Beast style? That's not technically
a real style. So where did he get it from?
But it's in the thing as an official style.
He taught it himself. They got it from him.
I hate it.
I promise you. You know, so much. Such an existence that they could have expounded upon so much. And do they? No, they get him getting chucked off a cliff, raised by boards. That's his whole backstory. Nothing else. Not a thing. He is the most vexing character in that show.
The fight against Duma was cool with some more butterfly.
His fight was great.
Because, oh my god, I hurt the reverb.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't like that butterfly girl just stabbed herself in the eye to make her eye power stronger. I was just like, you can't just like...
That entire fight is real weird. For one, we get Shinobu dying, and that's the first time we see someone die, isn't it? That's the first time we see someone die since Rengoku.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, a human, yes.
Right. And then from then on, it's just...
You die. You die.
It's like, who do I not want to be there anymore? So yeah, Shinobu dies.
That hurt. That hurt me personally. I'm just like...
It was bad, because that's when we got her backstory as well. And we were like...
Wait.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because that's when she's always said a demon killed my sister, not the demon right in front of me. I was like...
Right. And we also get like where Shinobu came from.
I don't remember that. Because they didn't just pick her off the street. They picked a little girl up off the street.
Kanao. Oh, you're right. We don't see where Shinobu comes from. We see where Kanao comes from. And Kanao's backstory
that's sad.
Is real tragic. But yeah,
we just know that their sister. I want to know how she went from tomboy to angry mom / sister. That's what I want. Where'd that transition? I want to see that.
Well, the problem is the only anything we get for Shinobu until then is Tanjiro going,
You're attractive.
You smell like anger. You smell mad. He's literally he's like, the only thing I smell is like
anger,
extreme fury. What is wrong? And she's like,
she just explains she explains she super hates demons. Like most of the Hashira. She can just hide it better.
Yeah, she's just extremely calm all the time.
And I'm like, is she cool with Nezuko and Tanjiro?
Oh, absolutely not. She's so not cool with Nezuko.
I was just like, listen, you little man, you should torn out. Well, like Tomioka, just like
right,
slide them DMs.
That's why he had to save Nezuko when Shinobu showed up for the first time.
Oh yeah, that's right. That meme's great. That's a great.
Oh, it's
meme.
so good. Anyway, back to
so they kill Upper Moon 2.
Yeah, they finally beat Upper Moon 2. Shinobu's dead. Kanao's missing an eye. Inosuke,
fine. He's just weak.
Basically, yeah, he got his ass beat, but he's fine. They got to Tomioka. That's when they realized because there's one panel and it's Tomioka and Tanjiro leaving their last fight, and I don't know what it was about that panel, but I think they that's when they realized that shit's real and people are dying.
Yeah, because the crows are announcing who's
right.
The results of not results, but who's living and who's dying,
basically. And
you're like, oh, my friends are dying.
Yep. And then we get Upper Moon 1. Upper Moon 1 is the best fight of the series. Better than the final fight.
We got to explain Upper Moon 1.
Oh,
you can't just say so.
Oh, 100%. I'll let you. You got it.
So, 1,000 years ago. Yeah, 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 1,005, technically. Well, no, 1,024 or 5 years before any of this happened.
Many years.
Two brothers are born. One is excelling literally at everything. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
The other one
tries hard.
Comparatively is trash.
Yes.
Comparatively to the rest of the world,
it's also
leagues above everyone. And you're like, what could go wrong here? The mother has some disease.
Yep.
She dies. The older brother is like, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna just learn a bunch more shit. Well, like, nigga, what else can you learn? He's like, I'm gonna fight demons because demons are a thing now. They just randomly popped up, which we'll get to move on backstory, which is actually really confusing.
I still don't really understand. All I know is that
we'll get to it.
Yeah.
He then becomes a demon slayer. He gets a sword, which we don't know where he found that, or anything else like that.
We're never going to.
All he knows is he's like, I can breathe real good. Breath of sun.
He can see through.
He can see the through world, which is like upper tier.
Yeah.
You're almost at max.
Yeah.
He forms the demon slayers along with Muzen's descendant, one of his descendants, and his little brother catches wind. And he's like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Instead of teaching him breath of sun like he's taught everyone else, there was red flag number 1 for me. I'm gonna teach you breath of moon.
No, his brother couldn't quite get breath of the sun, so he made breath of the moon as an offshoot. That was the first offshoot, which I think was just as powerful, if not a little bit less. But
so little brother still has an inferiority complex. They're killing demons. They've got demon slayer marks. People with demon slayer marks died at 25. Muzen's doing Muzen shit. And at some point, Muzen walks up to his brother. He's like, "You want to take out your brother? Yes or no?" And he's like, "Yeah, well, fuck it."
Well, first he was like, "I'm gonna kill you." Like, no, you are the problem. I can just kill you right now. And he tries, and Muzen's like,
"You ain't shit."
Yeah, he's like, "You want to try that again, or you want some power?" And he's like,
"Power sounds nice."
Yeah, power, and I won't die at 25 because that's a big thing because they're all dying.
Yeah,
and he's like, "And I won't die." Oh yeah, give me the power.
So, first generation demon slayers are stupidly strong.
Yes.
So we've got that compounded on a demon, compounded on 1,000 years of just stuff. And somewhere in that stuff is learning every demon slayer style, except for the newer ones like Love, Snake, Stone.
The ones that don't fucking matter, or shouldn't exist. don't make any sense.
Stone makes sense.
Stone makes sense. The rest of them...
Snake doesn't make a lot of sense. Love doesn't make a lot of sense.
No. Breath of Wind is just that.
Flowers, I'll give it some leadway. Because it's an offshoot of wind or earth or some shit. I'll give it some leadway. So we have all that in upper moon rank number 1, who has literally been killing people and other demons because they couldn't hack it for literally little over 1,000 years.
Literally just getting stronger. Constantly.
He was going to kill his brother at one point because his brother was 85 or 86.
Yep.
His brother was going to murder him, but his heart stopped. That is the only reason he is still around.
And now he has this complex of, wow, I was never able to be my brother.
Ever.
I had to defeat everyone else to make up for it.
And we're like, no.
That's not. Yeah, you could just stop.
Or you could lie.
Yeah.
No one's going to know.
You could just not. You could just literally just not. So yeah. And
we were talking about the fight because that.
Yeah.
That
so that fight happens. We have Stone,
Mist, Wind,
and
the gun.
Yeah. What the hell is his name?
It starts with a G. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah.
Just Gun Kid. Fuck
yeah. Gun Kid.
Who fuck cares?
So we got Stone, Mist, Wind, Gun Kid, who is a Wind's brother.
Yes.
They're all fighting him. They're all like
struggling. Yeah,
they're getting their ass beat, and then they all eventually like not awaken because they already had it, but they like start using.
Wait, they get their they turn on their Demon Slayer marks.
They start using the marks.
The dude's like, "Oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen this in like 1,000 years." And they're like, "What?" Also, you're gonna die at 25. Right. Well, actually, you're gonna die here, but if you weren't here, you'd die at 25. Dude's like, "I'm 28." He's like. He's literally the confused white woman face of, what?
That's also when he uses the demon mark. And they're like,
you have one too?
You should not.
He technically has a Demon Slayer mark and a demon crest. Yes. And I'm just like...
You're way too strong.
I was like, it's like, if Muzen's stronger than you, then what the fuck?
That's exactly.
And
we're all like,
fight happened.
That doesn't make any sense. Then he has that sword, which...
Like, can change forms
and eats blood and
knows literally Breath of Moon form 27.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's because he's literally just like Breath of Moon 1, Breath of Moon 7, Breath of Moon 37,
they're
Breath of Moon 69.
They really like, hey, well, we got to talk. How can you do all that? It's like, just train.
I just
train real hard.
I've been alive for a long time.
Like, I would meet you. I'd be like, hey, time out. How you know so many? Like, let's talk. And then the stupid upgrade happens. The Nichiren blades, I mean, you should already know this. Nichiren blades change sword, change color, dependent on the user and the user's breath technique. Their final upgrade is a crimson Nichiren sword, which is stupid.
And once again, it's Mist Boy again.
What?
Once again, it's Mist Boy again.
They already changed color. Why would they all change to be red? That's dumb. I understand why. No. They shouldn't change all to be red. They should change into a deeper color of the thing.
You'd think, but I mean, I think Wait, we never did get... Did we ever get an explanation on why Tanjiro's sword was black?
No.
They don't... They never explained that?
They have a very good cop-out. People with black blades don't typically live long enough to be studied.
Yeah. That doesn't explain what black means, because we understand what a lot of them mean.
Breath of the Moon, dude? Wasn't his sword black?
We don't know. They never said it. All we can do is look at the coloring. Like, all we can do is look at the coloring of the problem with the manga is that all the coloring of the swords are all the same.
Because it's a manga.
No matter what.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so they all die, basically, except for Wind.
Yeah, he escaped. Does he kill him or does he escape? I don't remember.
I think Mist is the one that finally kills him. Or no, they're not dead. They don't die. It's Earth. Earth doesn't die either.
Mist died. Everyone else is cool.
And no, the Gun Kid also died.
Not important. You can't do a breathing style. Not important.
Goddamn.
Not important. So, from there, Muzen's like, they killed all my people. Nope. There's the fight between Tanjiro, Upper Moon 3, and Tomioka. I don't remember shit about that fight other than Tanjiro going, why can't I see your muscles?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't even say that. He thinks it. He's like, if I say it, I'm going to give it away. And then he just kills him.
Yeah,
and then we get the backstory.
He was literally there as to show that Tanjiro was stronger and nothing else. I don't remember who Upper Moon 3 is.
Punch dude, his name starts with an A. I remember his backstory. That's it.
Oh, it was. You're right.
That's literally all I remember. Yeah. Because he was like, fuck the sword, I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah, it's the same one that killed...
Rengoku. He literally he punches him in the chest, and I was like, I watched Bleach.
And that's when we get the rest of his backstory. And then we're like, oh.
His backstory was actually sad.
Yeah, his is real sad. We kind of feel something.
And then and
Tanjiro's like, no.
It's like,
we feel nothing.
And then the final...
And then his final fight. Nezuko's still...
she wakes up.
She's still asleep. And then she wakes up right before the fight's about to start. And we're like, oh, she's awake. We're like, oh, she's awake. What?
I'm gonna slap the shit on my coworker. I don't fucking care.
Okay.
Something about their dog. I'm like, I don't fucking care. Nigga, I barely like you. Barely.
Dogs are great.
No, it's a Chihuahua.
Still great, but I understand.
Some breeds are better than others. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
That's fair. Anyway.
I have a lot to cut from this.
Yep.
So
Nezuko's awake. And then we don't see her for like 7 chapters.
She's just running.
Even before she runs, though. Even before she runs, we see her eyes open. We're like, that's crazy. Oh, this is also when we learned that Muzan was like, oh, I need your sister because she won't burn in the sunlight.
He was like, I need Nezuko because she's the chosen one. He thinks. And you want to talk about Muzan's backstory a little bit?
No,
I do.
Go ahead.
You don't want to because you don't.
I don't remember low-key like any of it except that he needs the blue spider lily, and that's about it.
During the Heian period, because I believe Muzan is technically the first cursed person in the family, or the second, something like that. That's not important. His family gets him a doctor to try to cure his ailment because he's gonna die. He's gonna die at 20.
Yes.
And they're like, we prefer that not to happen. The doctor they picked just so happens to be going, hey, I'm working on an immortality cure. You want to test it? And Muzan's like, I guess, sure. Stab. And he's like writing down shit. He's like, all right, And the doctor dies. And you're like, man, this is crazy. What? Oh, Muzan just killed the doctor. Why did Muzan kill the doctor? He takes the notes. He's like, all right, failed test subject number, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Didn't work. And I'm like, well, wait. Muzan's a demon now. But it said failed test subject number, whatever. You mean to tell me there's other, like, half-breed demons fucking running around somewhere in the Heian period?
Well, here's the thing, like, we don't know. That's my problem. We have no idea.
We don't know.
We don't know anything.
So from then on, Muzan's like, he mentioned something about blue spider lilies. I'm gonna look for these flowers, which won't exist for another 1,000 years. We'll get to that later. And that's literally Muzan's backstory. He was almost a failed demon experiment, a failed immortality experiment that turned demon.
I just don't get it. How does that make you a demon? How does that? It's a bunch of shit. I just don't.
It's science bullshit. Because the book touches on some science bullshit.
Sure. It still doesn't make sense enough.
Listen. They don't explain the science bullshit. It's basically your cells regenerate a lot faster. However, you need to start eating people. You're basically a vampire. Sure. You're a vampire.
Sure. It doesn't make sense how he's all the shit
strong?
he does, all the stuff he does, especially in that final fight, is a lot more than they explain.
All right, but you gotta think. This nigga is 1,000 years old. He's been eating people for 1,000 years. Because they explain certain humans have that rare type of blood.
Yeah.
So he's probably been eating a shit ton of them.
Yeah, I guess.
Which will just keep compounding his powers.
That's true.
Until he eventually finds the doctor.
How does science give him them powers? Exactly.
How does science give him the powers?
Yeah, how does that experiment give him the powers to also like it's a bunch of shit that they added that wasn't initially explained when they gave him the backstory, and that's my problem.
So because he is literally just so old, I do think he has figured out how to do certain things as technology has advanced.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because because they're from the Heian period. I don't remember what period of time Demon Slayer takes place. They got trained. They just got trained.
Yes.
So what I'm thinking is this nigga, because he's smart.
Yes.
Because you're gonna live forever. You might as well learn a bunch of other shit. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do part of that. Some of it, he literally finds the doctor lady and goes, all right, you're helping me find a cure now. And she's like, fuck you. Because Muzan almost got by the first Demon Slayer.
Right.
And he was going to kill her too, and he let her go. I don't remember why he let her go, though. I really don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember, because none of that stuff makes sense.
I remember, like, very select few things, and I'm like, that's kind of weird.
You know why it's all like that? It's because the pacing is...
Garbage.
Yes. Because everything happens in the span of, like, less than 100 chapters. Somewhere
in between the final fight and the fight with Upper Moon 3, Tanjiro, there's a flashback sequence. Mm-hmm. That's too many chapters long. Tanjiro just so happens to remember all 11 other Breath of Sun forms properly.
Except for 12.
No, 12th is the one he...
That's what I'm saying, yeah. He hasn't learned that yet, so he's learned everything but that.
Because he knows he can go from that into water breathing, but he doesn't know how to go initially.
Yes.
This just flashback he gets of his ancestors' flashback. He's like, oh, I can do all of them properly. Because before he was just kind of going, I'll mix this and this, and I know I get that. And I'm like,
yes, he somehow ends up in another dream state. It's not even a real flashback.
This is my problem. It's his ancestor watching the first Demon Slayer do the stuff. They then the ancestors go, this is probably important. Let's change the name and tuck it away. Mm-hmm. So that's why people are like, what the fuck is sun breathing? You mean fire breathing? That thing Rengoku does, but not really? They're like, yeah. It's called fire breathing. It's called fire breathing. I get why they took it away, because they didn't want Muzan to find it and just go dead. I get that. That's cool. Why did this small child just randomly go, I remember everything? And like
I said, there's a beginning, there's an end. Whatever happens in between, it's not his problem.
So the Muzan, let's talk about the Muzan.
Yes, so we see them fight Muzan.
I got you. I'm gonna simplify it real good. Muzan's like, they killed my people. Mm-hmm. Fuck that. I'm gonna kill them.
Yep.
And it's literally just like, oh, by the way, I can grow appendages out of my spine. I'm like, that's really gross.
You look cool. Really gross.
Everyone starts attacking him, and he's literally like, Win Hashira, he's fucked up but not dead. Stone Hashira, Love Hashira, I don't have anything else to throw. Snake Hashira, they're dead. They get chucked into buildings and they just die.
Yep. And also, Tanjiro also dies.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So it's literally Tanjiro. Nezuko's coming up the fucking horizon over a goddamn hill. He's like, right on time. Tanjiro's like, shit. All this whole time, Giyu gets his fucking arm cut off and he's like, I still gotta fucking fight. We're not done yet.
Yeah.
Because while this is all going on, the fucking crow's like, hey, there's like 10 minutes until dawn. Just hold out. And they're like, nigga, you got one person.
Literally, it's just everyone trying to hold off for Tanjiro.
They literally, the lower ranks are just throwing themselves into Muzan. And I'm just like, you know, do that.
They hurt. They kind of did.
Some of them.
We gotta save time.
So Tanjiro stabs Muzan against the wall. He's like, I'm just gonna hold you here. Yes. Tamioka's helping. Wind dude's fucking like around the corner or some shit. I don't care. Muzan's like, and I'm like,
he's like, oh, at that point, I just take you.
I just put my phone down and was like, Mom, I'm going back to bed. It's 3 PM. I'm going back to bed. Tanjiro becomes a demon. Nezuko's like, brother, no.
no. After finally showing up. And she was running for like 10 chapters.
I sent Alex the panel, because she pins his ass down and is like, I don't know what to do now. I sent Alex the panel, was like, if this was any other manga, this would be problematic.
Yeah, so like, and then there's Talk no Jutsu.
Kanoe shows up and stabs him. And I'm like, that ain't gonna do shit.
Talk no Jutsu and also the antidote thing.
What is Talk no Jutsu? I don't watch Naruto.
Talk no Jutsu is basically the term for when a fight or a
altercation
is settled by just talking your feelings out or talking something out.
Okay, fair.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Fun.
Tanjiro's willpower is literally fighting off Muzen's influence.
Yeah, because he's like, bro, you can be all powerful.
You can be the king of demons.
You literally are the perfect. You work perfectly. You are what I need. You are my seed.
Because he does call him his seed, which is creepy.
Yeah, it's not good.
Now, mind you, the sun has spawned. The sun has come up. Tanjiro's in the sunlight. Should be fucking dead. He's not, because he's Nezuko's brother. That's what Chuck out to. He literally was like, well, my friends would be sad, and all the people we sacrifice would be for nothing. So I'm going to just not do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm not mad, because fuck Muzen.
He does rage a bit.
Oh,
he fucks up everybody, including he beats Zenitsu's ass.
Zenitsu deserves it. I don't care.
Wow.
I don't like Zenitsu for the last chapter.
He's fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So anyway.
Kanoe stabs him.
Yep.
On top of the talk no jutsu. And then things just go back to normal.
Yep.
Muzan turns into a giant baby, which creeped the hell out of a lot of people.
Yeah, he turned into a baby to like kind of protect his core, I guess, and then that didn't work.
And that's it. That's Demon Slayer.
Yep, that's Demon Slayer.
And the Demon Slayer rank is disbanded.
Yes, because it's not
everyone's dead. There's 5 Demon Slayers left, technically.
Giyu does go off on his own.
Yes.
Oh no, what's Senemi?
Yes, they probably go off to kill the last 2 demons.
Yeah,
just flown out in the world.
Right.
Because just because Muzen is dead does not mean every other demon has returned.
Right, which is a big thing for me because for one, you told me every single demon came from Muzan.
Yeah.
For 2, they fought maybe like 7 major demons before the final fight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many for them to be an issue. Yeah.
So I don't know really why they disbanded it. Because they literally could have been like, Tanjiro, come help us out.
Because everybody else was done. They were like, hey, bro. Also with the kids, they were like, y'all have done enough. Y'all gonna go home and sleep and eat and have children, and that's your life now.
No, wait. We gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the last 3 panels.
Yeah.
Of chapter 204. Demon Slayer Corpse is disbanded.
Yep.
I don't remember who said it, but they were like, did y'all ever like properly mourn your big sister and your mom and dad? And the kid's like, no.
Oh God. No.
They're like, do it.
Yeah, he literally hasn't been home since then. Like he left and this has been his life.
It's like 4 panels of the kid just crying, and I'm like, that's fair. Yeah. I can't say shit.
Inosuke and Zenitsu basically get adopted into the
yeah.
Which I'm like, you are my kids now.
Like, I got problems with that. And then they just go to Tanjiro's house.
Yep.
And take a bath.
Yep.
And then you see skyscrapers and the sun. And
that's the second to last chapter. And we're like, oh no.
I was just like, hey, Alex, they skipped like 100 years. Tanjiro's still alive, though. Because I literally had to do research. And I'm like, okay, so Japan got trains here. If I look at the Millennium train very carefully, I can see it's this type of train. I did a whole fuck ton of research. And I'm like, Demon Slayer probably takes place around 1920 to 1930. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, we didn't get skyscrapers until like 2000. I'm like, I don't believe that. We got skyscrapers in the 50s. Now, America got skyscrapers in the 50s.
Sure.
Japan was still behind.
Yes, exactly.
I didn't put that in consideration.
Also, that was a lot of skyscrapers.
Yes, it was. I was just like, when the skyscrapers get to Japan, I'm just like,
right.
1970, it's only been like 50 years. It's fine. And then the final chapter.
Yeah. So final chapter is.
I want to talk about that before we get on that.
Before we get to that, we did see, because this comes up later. We did see a single panel in which Inosuke talks to one of the other butterfly kids who literally didn't do anything else but train them.
She was the head person of the healer. He literally stole some food, and she's like, it's literally the meme of, are you telling lies? No. I don't remember the rest of the meme. And then and then from that a romance spawns. Yeah. It's just like, I wanted to fucking throw my bed out the window.
It was literally like, it was such an excuse. It was literally like, it was so dumb. It was literally made from nothing. Mm-hmm. But anyway, final chapter happens.
Wait, I just want to say, because of the time period, And because of Japan's religious systems, Buddhism is there, but it is not talked about at all.
Well, they did talk about this theory, the whole reincarnation thing, way before in the show.
Yes.
Or in the manga.
Because when people die...
This wasn't much.
When either people die or they're about to die, it's like, I hope I get reincarnated as this. And like, oh, this is either Shinto or Buddhism. But Buddhism. Didn't think anything of it.
Exactly.
And then the final chapter popped up and I was like, hey, my Japanese culture class is about to pay off. Oh, it's Buddhism, okay. You're like, oh, okay. Everyone gets reincarnated.
Yeah, everyone.
No, okay, not... One demon is still around kicking it. They didn't kill one demon.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he existed.
He literally just paints the doctor and gets paid for it, which... Hey, do you, kid?
Exactly.
As long as you ain't eating people,
he's also, like, majorly depressed.
Oh, yeah.
All he does is, like, draw and cry.
Yep. Inosuke. Zenitsu and Nezuko got together, and
it was so weird.
I hate
it. And it was a little forced, and also there was nothing. There was nothing from Nezuko's side.
Literally, just Zenitsu going, "I'm gonna marry your sister," and Tanjiro being okay.
Tanjiro being like, "That's not my decision to make." A little weird though. Inosuke and the one healer chick got together. And we're like, okay, that one panel was for this, I guess. It was literally for someone to have Inosuke's face. Tanjiro's descendant is basically just like
Tanjiro's Tanjiro.
Yeah, it's Tanjiro.
It's Tanjiro.
It's Tanjiro.
Without the forehead mark, I don't think the forehead mark was there. I'm not sure.
No, he had a mark too.
Did he? Oh my God.
I think so.
Oh my God.
We can look and make sure. It'll take a second. Tanjiro's Tanjiro. Nezuko is Nezuko, just older, like taller, which she also was.
Everyone got reincarnated in some way. Now, when I say in some way, some people were older, some people were younger.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Oh no, you're right. He does not have a mark. He is very much still Tanjiro.
It's just Tanjiro.
So dumb.
Because we didn't go back and we didn't do the Stone Dude's backstory or Wind Boy's backstory. Or we didn't do any of the Hashira's backstories, really.
It's because they were panels. They were like 3 panels.
That's fair. Well, Stone Dudes was, I think, like half a chapter.
Stone Dudes have a chapter.
But it can be summarized very, very clearly and concisely. He was assigned to take care of some kids.
Yep.
A demon showed up, killed a bunch of kids. One kid ran away. One kid he saved was like, hey, something's not right, blah, blah, blah. The authorities show up. And they're like, what the fuck happened here? And the kid's like, he did it. And I was like,
he's a monster. And everyone's like, hey, yo?
I was like, no. And on his way to being taken to jail, the master's like, nope, he's with me.
Yep.
And they're like, okay. They don't question it. Just okay. All right, whatever.
Yeah, it's
I feel like it's one really worth mentioning.
I mean, Senemi's was really, really sad. But
I don't want my brother to be wrapped up in this. Yeah. Hey, I'm here. And he's just like, you.
God damn it.
Stupid fuck.
You were the reason. You were the only one. Yeah. Anyway, everyone gets reincarnated. Like everyone.
Well, not everyone. Doctor didn't come back, which made me kind of sad. Actually,
I guess every non-demon came back.
Yes, every non-demon came back, and everyone who probably had a speaking role. Because his grandfather's back. The dude that took in Tanjiro that one night was back. Yeah. And they're playing Go or Shogi or whatever also the Japanese bullshit.
Even from the Stone Hashiras, the kids also came back. The fucking
kids came back. And I was like, okay.
Miss Dude and his brother, who like barely...
We never saw the brother alive in my...
Yeah, he was only a backstory.
I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, it was cool to see.
It was nice to see everyone happy. I was not
exactly.
I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied.
Everyone's happy, and that's good enough. I did like seeing Rengoku back
as a fucking. Wasn't he a cop? Wasn't it him?
No. Senemi and his brother was a cop.
I didn't like that.
And they had the same scars, which was
weird,
funny as hell to me.
I didn't like that.
Rengoku was just a kid who was like the jock.
Yeah. No, there's one thing I understand, but I don't really like the fact that they did it. They made Giyu younger.
Yeah.
And they brought back his 2 friends.
Yeah.
The people that trained Tanjiro. The fucking ghost that trained Tanjiro. We never talked about how fucking Ghost trained a person.
It's
What?
That I can't talk about. But it's all like the whole reincarnation thing is like everyone who had a good heart was
the fucking ghost trained Tanjiro. We're not gonna talk about that.
There's nothing to talk about because there's no backstory, there's no setup, there's no explanation. There's nothing. There's Tanjiro saying, yeah, there's some kid named Sabito, and Gi going, huh? And that's it.
It's also a good soundbite. They're brought back as like children, not
they're just kids hanging
like
out.
They're kids, not when they were a ghost and not when
they're like
middle school.
a little bit above toddler. Yeah, they're adorable. They're all like holding hands and walking down the street and stuff.
I'm happy. I'm mad.
I'm not mad because they came back.
Not them. I'm mad about the age. It's not the.
Yeah. I
feel like they should all be in like enjoying high school, because there's a word for it. In Japanese culture, high school is the best years of your life. That's why so many anime takes place in high school.
That checks out.
And that's why every time you see an adult, they are fucking depressed. They hate their life. And I'm like, oh, okay, now anime makes a whole lot more sense.
It's just facts. It's also just life. But, yeah, also Giyu cut his hair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's his mom probably cut his fucking hair, but yeah.
No, I mean, even before the reincarnation.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. When they were being disbanded.
Yeah.
And that's Demon Slayer.
That's Demon Slayer.
That's Demon Slayer in 100 minutes. That's probably going to be the name of this. Demon Slayer in 100 minutes.
I can dig it. We did a terrible job, but it's also because
we didn't. We explained everything as it happened.
You're right. It wasn't us being bad. It's just that anyone trying to talk about it from start to end is going to sound stupid.
Yeah, because you're just like, well, why did this happen?
We don't know.
We'll tell you later. Okay, why did this thing happen? Oh, we don't know. Literally, just they could have made it 20 chapters longer and explain. Well, not they. If he had made it 20 chapters longer and explained half of the shit, we're just like, why did this happen? I feel like it would be much, much better.
Yep.
However, I do think he was pressured by the publisher to finish it.
I agree. Yeah, I don't think he wanted it to go on as long as it did.
I don't think we have a Bleach situation, because Bleach ended bad.
Manga or anime?
Both.
Well, the manga came back. He was
happy with the anime. Once Aizen was dead, he was like, I'm done.
Yes.
I've done my part. And they're like, no.
But then he came back and he worked on, right after it was not great. But then he worked on everything, and then the Fullbringer arc was
filler. It's not canon. It's not canon, but now it's canon.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, what?
Whatever.
But they're bringing Bleach back, so it makes sense.
At the 1,000-Year Blood War. Which is good.
I've got questions. I have CJ's questions since he can't be here.
Have you read it?
No.
They will.
All I was told.
What are your questions?
Well, they're CJ's questions, not mine.
Okay.
I'm just iterating them for sure. Where are they going to start?
In 1,000-Year Blood, like in the anime?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Because I haven't seen where the anime stopped. I only read it.
It was after the Irankars.
They stopped after the Fullbringer arc.
But that's not canon. But now it is canon.
Right.
Which, again, what? Why can't we do that with GT? I still like GT. GT is stupid, but I also like it. It introduces lots of cool concepts.
It's because Tite Kubo, the author of
Bleach.
Yes. It's because he can accept Fullbringer arc.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. Akira Toriyama does not fuck with GT at all.
I mean, he should literally just be able to write in stuff to be like, here's why GT is canon, and here's why it no longer exists.
See, here's the thing. Instead, he did the opposite.
Wait. Because Shay had to explain this to me on a phone call to fucking North Carolina. I was going to North Carolina for a convention.
Yes.
We were talking about, me and Ryan were talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
He was like, why isn't this canon? And I'm like, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. We got the Super. And I was like, Super takes place in between the final and the penultimate episode of Dragon Ball Z. Yes. And it's like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Why doesn't Goku have this, and this? And I'm like, I don't know. It's called Shay. And then Shay explained it to me. And I'm just like, Shay, that's stupid.
Also, he didn't need it in the last episode. He didn't need it, like, at all. Like, all this shit he learned, he doesn't need any of that. He's in the tournament and whoops everyone's ass.
I don't fucking care.
Yeah. It's fine. It's whatever.
I think the movie will do great in Japan. By the time it gets here, people have probably moved on. Because Americans are dumb. No offense.
I think they'll move on, but I think it'll reignite.
In Japan, yeah. I think Demon Slayer is going to just fucking skyrocket in Japan. I don't think it's going to do that great here.
I think it absolutely, because look at how fucking well the first season did. And the first season isn't outstanding.
So you want to talk about like marketing bullshit? You can pre-order the first Demon Slayer, like Demon Slayer's episodes 1 to 26 for $322 collector's edition.
Yes.
That is absolutely stupid. That's outrageously priced.
Yes.
No, and then you see Amniplex published it and you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
Why would they do that? And like, because people would buy it. However, the movie comes out in Japan in October. We ain't probably not going to get it until summer.
Yes.
But because of coronavirus, I think we might get it in the spring. Because some things got pushed up.
Right.
Well, like, how does that work?
It's just because they're not doing a theater release. But,
because Ride Your Wave and Weathering With You, which you're going to watch one of those movies, we're getting those ahead of time. Like, Ride Your Wave comes out next month.
I've never heard of Ride Your Wave.
It's a great movie.
I heard of Weathering With You. I didn't hear of it.
Weathering With You comes out in September.
Yeah.
Movie came out in January.
Yes.
That's an 8-month turnaround from not domestic, international box office to release, which has never happened ever.
Right.
It normally takes these things a year and a half. We waited 2 fucking years to get I Want to Eat Your Pancreas and A Silent Voice. You're going to watch one of those movies, you're going to cry.
I've seen A Silent Voice.
You're going to watch I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, you're going to
fucking cry. I've heard how sad it is.
What?
I've heard about it.
From who, other than me?
From you and also my friend Rachel.
I was going to say, because that movie literally shows you the character. Doesn't they show you the character dying? Yes. They tell you the character's going to die in the fucking trailer.
So does Fireflies. Grave of the Fireflies.
I haven't seen the trailer.
You haven't?
Not the trailer.
Oh, okay. Honestly, like, there's no way you haven't seen Grave of the Fireflies.
I haven't. I'm gonna get.
You haven't seen it?
No, it's on the list. It's just literally like 3 things below Mob Psycho.
I watched it again
2 things
recently, and
2 things.
Yeah, it's bad.
So, yeah, we're one of the main stages. We have a whole literal other thing on another platform about anime reviews, which we're gonna start to do. That was Demon Slayer in fucking 100 minutes.
Yes.
Movie's gonna do great. Don't think it's gonna do as good here.
I think it won't do as good, but I think it'll do well enough to get another season.
They're already making another season. They've said they're making season 2.
I mean, like, to complete, like, another season. Like, I think they'll be able to complete it.
No, like, they said they're going to do a season 2 of Demon Slayer after the movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, after that, I think the movie is good enough to... Yeah. Like, I think...
Did say season 3? I was saying another season.
Another. I think it'll be good enough to basically seal the fate that we're gonna finish Demon Slayer.
This is my problem, though. It's gonna be 2 seasons long. That's it. They're gonna complete the whole.
That's all you need.
The whole manga in 3 seasons in the movie. Which
after
I'm not
because
mad,
after
like,
train arc is
training,
which is gonna be 2 or 3.
That's literally gonna be like an episode or 2.
And then brothel.
Brothel's probably gonna be a bulk, maybe 5, 6
most
episodes.
of it, and then training again, and then
the Blur. Let's call it the Blur.
Yeah,
and
it's the village.
If they want to, I feel like the
sword making village will probably be the end of a season.
Probably
because we see Nezuko almost die, and we're like, actually, never mind.
I feel like they could literally take the last arc and make it 12 episodes and be like, here you go.
Oh, they absolutely could. They're gonna have to stretch it out. I don't think there'll be filler because it's kind of hard.
There is no filler. There's really hard to put filler.
Well, the filler is going to be training. They're gonna have to stretch. They have to stretch training out.
I'm okay with that because I want to see.
I'm also okay with
how does Tanjiro learn how to do sun breathing in a week?
I'm also okay with it, but that's going to be the filler because that's not something that was written in.
As long as I get to see Tanjiro actually practicing sun breathing, I'll be okay.
Maybe.
Literally, if he's just like,
honestly,
breathe like this,
I feel like we're not going to get that.
We're not, and it's annoying.
It's frustrating.
Alex, where can people find you? We're done. I'm angry. Like, my anger has now been built towards Pokemon. If our friend does not come get us food, because I want to get food before
I'm gonna go off on Pokemon. Like, I've been saving it for during this. It's just me being incredulous and like laughing at how frustrating Demon Slayer is. Pokemon is the whole different bag.
Literally, Pokemon, if they put in the time, they could fix. No, fire the fucking. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll do it all.
Alex, where can people?
I am on Twitter at OnlyZans. I am on Instagram at Alex in the Darkroom.
That's not true. Well, actually, no, I'm not following you. That could be true. I'm not sure. You show up in my people, but I'm just like, that's not Alex.
There you go. I will start doing Twitch stuff maybe at Yada Live. I have a couple of websites which will be in the description, maybe, probably.
You gotta send me the links.
Yeah, I'll do
they
that.
have to actually work.
So here's the problem.
No, wait. You should probably tell the people about our other podcast.
So we're starting another podcast coming soon. We gotta work out some more details and maybe get
this nigga needs to move to a new house.
And I got a new move.
No, you just need better internet.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, no, because
I don't get that Google.
Well, no, because it's actually quiet upstairs. But you just need better internet.
Yeah.
Because I did a speed test. This nigga has 1,000 kilobytes up. And I'm like, that's not a meg.
No, it was more than that, wasn't it?
You have to take into consideration packet loss and the compression.
None of that.
See, stuff you don't know about that. I know about that. I'm just like, I have to stream it at a higher
It
bit
still
rate.
wasn't a lot.
It was not a lot.
But yeah, basically I'm gonna move. I'm gonna get that good Wi-Fi, and then we'll be.
No, you're gonna buy a fucking Ethernet cable.
Well, okay, I have an Ethernet cable. Problem is, there's no way to fucking hook up Ethernet here.
We gonna go down to your office. We gonna fucking yell and complain there. Cause I passed the office.
I got a month left. I'm not doing that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. Oh, we gotta talk. We gotta talk now. All right. Well, do the sign off because you do the sign off.
Oh, I forgot what we did last time.
You did something.
It's been real.
Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Sure. Yeah.
This was an episode.
This was a lot.
It was a lot.
This was a lot of anger.
Yeah. It's been real. It's been a lot of emotion, we'll say.
Yeah.
It's been real emotion. It's your boys signing off yet again. Goodbye.
Also, Alex is just going to be the person of July because the Pokemon podcast is only going to be the week after this.
Let's go. And then maybe backlog we'll see what we can do.
All right, bye.
Bye.
See you in fucking Final Fantasy. I'm not excited to play that game anymore.
Mongol Empire is invading our home.